It's time to crush the middle class. Welcome to the channel. If you are watching this channel or any of my channels, you are in the minority, not the majority. The 90%, that's the majority who are having financial issues, headed to financial crisis, and more importantly, are there at this point, they're not taking any steps to protect themselves or prepare themselves for what potentially is coming. So the 10%, you guys are informed, you're educated, you're paying attention, you're learning what to do, what not to do. And so today I'm going to share with you just a couple, 3 things, maybe even more, that I believe these things, which back in the day used to be good advice, today is no longer good advice, and it's going to make you poor. It's going to put you in the struggle lane, not just the struggle lane, the express lane to struggle life. And I've been in that lane. You don't want to be in it. I was just thinking about today how in my senior year in high school, which was my first time being homeless, I lived with 3 different families in 1 year because I had nowhere to live. And so I'm just going to give you some things you could do with it as you choose. I'm not going to be mad at you if you take the advice or not. It's just up to you. And so, but I just want to give it to you and hopefully change your mindset. By the way, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. Also, really quickly, and because I get this question a lot, just want to fill you in because people want to know, what in the world do you do? Because I'm always doing these videos. I'm always out shopping. I'm always out eating. I'm always out fishing all during the day. So people are like, what do you do for a living? Well, I actually have a business. No, it's not $1 million business. Hopefully it is soon. But I actually have a business that I started in 2020. I made $77,000 that year from my phone, from home, legit. And now in 2024, on pace to do $350,000 this year, which is my biggest year ever. No, it's not $1 million, but it helps and it makes me free. My wife doesn't have to work. I don't need a job. As long as this business is working, as long as the phone is working, we make money. So what do? I own a middleman business. I book customers, take deposits, dispatch the work to other companies. So all I do is find customers for companies in the area. For instance, let's say there's someone who does window cleaning, because I'm looking at this big, beautiful house behind me, in front of me. And someone comes in, clean these big, beautiful windows. And so that business is great at doing the work, but they're not good at getting the customers. So what do? I go out and find the customers. Who needs their window clean? Come get a quote. I give them a quote. They like the quote. I book them. I take a deposit from them. That goes into my paycheck. And then I contact John, who has the window cleaning service, because I'm not cleaning your windows. I'm only booking customers and taking my commission. And then John's actually going to go to your home and do the work, not me. So I can do this from my phone, from the beach, from church, from home, from anywhere. I don't need a job. As long as this thing is up and running, I could find customers for as many businesses as I want. I just recommend you start with one. I'm in the cleaning, so I find customers who need their homes cleaned, and I find customers who need to get moved. But it took me a while to learn how to do it, but I'll teach you how to do it. Put Middleman in the comments, and if you join the live Zoom training, which is coming up, it's 7 p.m. Texas time. About an hour or so, I'm going to teach you how to build your own middleman business using only your phone, step by step. So it's limited to the amount of people that can get in, so move quickly. Put Middleman under any of the videos. You'll get the invite. Be there. If you do not get the invite, that means you missed it. But make sure to be there. Really quickly, guys, I got my stickies, and so I made a list of 3 things that I believe these three financial I don't want to call them laws or principles or fundamentals you might have learned. They will destroy you. And so let's talk about them really quickly. 3 things that I believe crushing. It's going to crush and destroy the middle class. These are 3 simple money mistakes that you make and you probably are not even aware of. So let's dive in real quick, in no particular order, but one of the things that crush people financially and leave them in a bad spot and prevents them from escaping the rat race in the 9 to 5 is you have one source of income. Listen, it's okay to have a primary source of income, but you need to, in this economy, in this day and age, with inflation, with high taxes, with the government trying to tax you out of everything, listen, you have got to figure out a way to make money when you're not at work. This is called a secondary stream of income. And you can have more than that, but at least get one outside of your job. I don't care if you're baking cookies in your kitchen. I don't care if you're cutting lawns on the weekend. I do not care. You must find a way to make money when you're not at work. You can start a middleman business. I'll teach you. Put middleman in the comments and you can learn. But even if you don't do that, you have to find a way to make money when you're not at work. So please don't let your one paycheck be your only source of income. That's dangerous, because if anything happens to that paycheck, everything happens to your life. Don't let that happen. Here's another. Stop, for the love of God, stop being obsessed with buying houses. Yes, I said it. Yes, I know houses are overpriced. Yes, I know inflation is a real thing. Yes, I know we're borderline hyperinflation. It's about to get really sick. But it's okay to rent a home. Please don't be in a hurry to go out and buy houses. When rich people buy houses, they're buying it because their business or the investment is making money. They're not buying it because they have a paycheck like you are. You're going to put yourself in financial purgatory for 30 years because you're going to buy a house with a 30-year mortgage. The problem is not the house, not buying the house. The problem is how you bought it. Now you're going to use a paycheck because it's the only way you know how to make money. You need that paycheck for 30 years. No job, first of all, is going to keep you for 30 years. Those days are gone. They're trying to replace you tomorrow or today. You're not going to be there for 30 years, but you have a 30-year mortgage that will be there. That's guaranteed. Your job's not guaranteed. That mortgage is. Your job ain't loyal, like Chris Brown said, but that mortgage is loyal. It's going to be there. So how are you going to pay it? Well, with my paycheck. Well, you need a paycheck for 30 years if that's how long that mortgage term is. Now, you got to struggle and you're in voluntary prison because you enrolled yourself into prison for 30 years just to buy a home. My advice, be smart about how you buy a home. Use an investment, use a business. We're buying a home. I'm not against buying a home. I know Grant Cardone's like, don't buy houses. I know Dave Ramsey is like, buy a house. I'm not against that. I'm against buying a home with a paycheck. Makes sense? There's a big difference. If you feel what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. If you have an opinion about that, let me know in the comments. You can rent what you need until you have the money. You need the money until you have the money you need to buy it. But if you're going to buy it with a paycheck, don't buy it. Last one really quickly is savings. You guys focus on having savings account. I think that's a bad idea. There's nothing wrong with having money in the bank. It just cannot be your focus. You need to learn how to use money. So stop saying rainy day accounts, emergency accounts. Start saying opportunities. Use the money to find a way to make more money. Use the money to get yourself wealthy and financially free. Break free from your 9-to-5 and the rat race. The banks use the money. You need to do what the banks do. Stop saving money. Use the money. Opportunity accounts. Peace.